friends, how are you all? So warm good morning to everyone. So now we are moving on to the part 5 video for this making of the Indian Constitution, MCQs on the making of the Indian Constitution. So without wasting much of our time, let us quickly move on to the first MCQ for today. Which of the following are not a members of the Constituent Assembly? Actually, who of the following? It's not which. Who of the following were not members of the Constituent Assembly? So, uh, the options here are the Gopalaswamy Iyer ji, Syed Amjad Ali, Ambedkar ji, and Mahatma Gandhi ji. So here, without any doubt, we can clearly say that Mahatma Gandhi ji is the right option for this question. Here, most of the eminent people, almost most of the eminent people were the members of the Constituent Assembly except Mahatma Gandhi ji and Jinnah ji. Mahatma Gandhi ji, head of the nation, father of the nation for India, and Jinnah ji, the father of the nation for Pakistan. These two eminent people, they were not members of the Constituent Assembly. Clear? So answer for this question is option D. Moving on to the next MCQ. Which of the following statement is incorrect about the discussions within the Constituent Assembly? So you have to identify the incorrect statement, not the correct statement. So read the question carefully. Now let's move on to the options. The first option here, the discussions within the Constituent Assembly were also influenced by the opinion expressed by the public. Yes, this is right. So the public opinion was also considered. Considering the public opinion, they had discussed the constitution in the Constituent Assembly. So the first statement is right here. Moving on to the second one. As the deliberations continued, the arguments were reported in the newspaper. But there was no time to debate publicly on the proposal. No, this is wrong. Yes, the first half of the statement is right, but not the next half of the statement. See here, till now means as the deliberations continued, the arguments were reported in the newspaper. Yes, time to time the arguments of the Constituent Assembly was reported in the newspaper. And the time was given for the public to participate their opinion, to involve their opinion. But see the statement here, the time was not given for the public debate. No, this is wrong. The time was given for the public debate. So here only you got your answer. The first option is right and the second option is wrong. So you have to identify the incorrect statement. So we got the answer here itself, but still let's move on to the next option, that is criticisms and the counter criticisms in the press in turn shaped the nature of the consensus that was ultimately reached on the specific issues. Yes, all the criticisms and the counter criticisms were accepted. Moving on to the next option. In order to create a sense of collective participation, the public were also asked to send their views on what needed to be done. Yes, just now I told you the public opinion was collected. Okay, and many of the linguistic minorities, they wanted the protection of their mother tongue. Okay, they expressed that they want the protection for the mother tongue. Religious minorities asked for the special safeguards. Okay, while Dalits, they demanded to end and caste oppression and reservation of the seats in the government bodies. So all these are the public opinions only, and those public opinions were collected and were been included. So which is the incorrect statement here? Option B is the incorrect statement. So answer for this question is B. So this is just an explanation for each of the point which I have explained just now. Okay, you can just read out the same thing which I have explained just now. Right, moving on to the next MCQ. Constituent Assembly had 11 sessions over a period of. So here, the question is regarding for how many days the Constituent Assembly has run. So In the last video, I have explained you that the Constituent Assembly, it took 165 working days and 11 sessions to complete the Constitution. But this 165 days of working days have been covered under the period of how many years? This is the question here. And let's see the options. These are the options: 2 years, 11 months, 8 days, 2 years, 10 months, 8 days, 2 years, 11 months, 18 days, and 2 years, 10 months, 18 days. See how specific the question is, and even the days has to be remembered by you. So let me give you the answer for this. It took 2 years, 10 months, 8 days for the completion of the, just a minute guys. No. Don't get confused. Maybe I confused you. It took 2 years, 11 months, 18 days, not 8 days. So option C is the right answer for this question. Means the Constituent Assembly, it conducted the 11 sessions. All 11 sessions were continued in a period of 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. Okay, please remember this. Option C is the right answer. And in this, the working days are 165 days. Moving on to the next MCQ, Cabinet Mission Plan was submitted on. You guys know what is Cabinet Mission Plan and how many members were there in the Cabinet Mission Plan, all that. So we have discussed this in our explanatory videos, right? So the Cabinet Mission Plan was submitted on which date? So let me go for the answer directly. It is option B, March 24th, 1946. On March 24th, it was submitted. Right, so option B is the right answer. Yes, moving on to the next one. How many members are there in the Cabinet Mission Plan? Just now I told you the Cabinet Mission Plan is submitted on March 24th, 1946, and it is having 3 members in its mission plan. Now, let me give you who are the members of this Cabinet Mission Plan. We are having 3 members in the Cabinet Mission Plan. The first member here is the Lord Petnick Lawrence. Second member was the Sir Stanford Cripps, and third member was A.V. Alexander. Here, the second person, that is Sir Stanford Cripps, is a person who headed the Cripps mission also. He headed the Cripps mission which was failed. Okay. Later on, we got the Cabinet Mission Plan in 1946 and he involved in the same. So, how many members the Cabinet Mission Plan are having? 3 members. Who are there? These are the members. So, it's very important for you to remember the names of the Cabinet Mission Plan members, because many times it was asked who of the following were not the member of the Cabinet Mission Plan. Then you should be able to recognize the names of the members who are in the Cabinet Mission Plan. So whatever the answer for this is B, we are having 3 members in the Cabinet Mission Plan. Let's quickly move on to the next MCQ. Who was the President of the Constituent Assembly? Here the question is, who was the President of the Constituent Assembly, not the interim president. I gave you the differences between the interim president and the president in our last video. So just make a difference. Here the question is regarding the president, not the interim president. I explained you what is interim president. Interim president means a temporary president. Till they continued the elections, till they conducted the elections, we had a temporary president. Later on, we have selected the permanent president for the Constituent Assembly, and the president of the Constituent Assembly was Dr. Rajendra Prasad ji. So option B is the right answer for this. If it is interim president, if the question is regarding the interim president, then it will be Dr. Sachidananda Sinha ji. But if the question is regarding the president of the Constituent Assembly, it is Dr. Rajendra Prasad ji. Let's quickly move on to the next MCQ. So B is the right answer for this. The Constituent Assembly was constituted under the scheme formulated by the Cabinet Mission Plan. What were the features of the scheme? Right. So the question is, we got the Constituent Assembly because of the success of the Cabinet Mission Plan. Yes. So what are the schemes? What are the features of this Cabinet Mission Plan? See the first one here. One seat was to be allotted for every million population. One seat, the members who are representing the Constituent Assembly, one member should be allotted for every million population. Next, second option, voting was to be by the method of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. Yes, this is also right. By means of single transferable vote. I have explained many times what is single transferable vote. So through the elections we will have this voting. That's the second one. So it's also right. Third one, the representatives of the princely states were to be nominated by the head of the princely states. Yes, the head of the princely state members will also be representing in the Constituent Assembly, and these representatives will be selected by the head of the princely state. Head of the princely state means obviously it will be the king or the queen. They will select the representative and they will send to the Constituent Assembly. So all the three statements here are the right statements which were proposed by the Cabinet Mission Plan. What's the first one? For every million population, one member will be elected. And the second one here is the voting was to be by the method of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. Third one, the head of the princely state will select the representatives. So all the three statements here are the right. So answer for this is the option D. So that is all the above. That's all for today's session, guys. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.